Welcome everybody to another World of Tanks replay. My name is Maxwell and this one is from the user Still Guns, and he's dragged the Tiger P on an encounter battle on Erlenberg. Tiger P is a tier 7 heavy tank for the Germans. Split off from the regular Tiger line quite a long time ago. This one has superior frontal armor, but it doesn't have the same gun as the regular Tiger. Actually, I just want to double check that because I may be incredibly wrong. It actually looks the same. Penetration 203, damage 240. So it has a very nice gun on it and a decent amount of frontal armor. Slower and less maneuverable than the regular Tiger though. Still Gun's going to be top tier in this battle. So hopefully it should progress pretty well. Doing the standard tactic, which is head over to the left hand side and take cover in the town. Not the town, the castle there. He has noticed that his allies are taking some hits, so decides to cut just to the right a little bit and maybe take some cover behind these buildings. He has got the frontal armor to deal with a lot of damage. As you saw, takes a tracking shot from a T-29 HE shell there. But it was a nice little move to see that his allies were getting peppered by shots and to take cover behind a building rather than just blindly move to the same location and also get shot. As you can see, he's set up in a beautiful position to get damage on the enemy tanks as they move into position. And he still did manage to lose almost half of his hit points, but he is still alive. And if he can use it to his advantage, he is in a strong position. Still taking shots from the front, but he has to kind of transition further over to this left-hand side because the allies that he's got there probably not going to be able to do very well against these enemy tanks. So it's going to be up to Still Guns to push forward, do some of the damage for his team. He's got the courtyard all to himself. There is a VK-3601 dead ahead, but he should easily have enough penetration power to get through his gun mantlet and do some damage to him, which indeed he does. Quite a lot of the enemy tanks on low HP now left themselves out in the open to get that sniper damage just a little bit too long. Still Gun's going to move in on this VK-3601 who thinks he is hidden behind the terrain, but he's not. He gets hit once and then tracked by the artillery. Does start to back off now. And Still Gun's going to push ever forward as all he can see in his sights are the VK and this Panzer 4H. Now he's taken him out. That just leaves another Tiger P on full health, but it does look like he is stopped. So it looks like he's going to find it very, very difficult to do damage to Still Guns here. Whereas Still Guns knows exactly where to shoot. He's been playing this Tiger P for quite some time now. Going to put this one through the commander's hash. That was one. The second one did miss. Doesn't take any fire in return. The battle's progressing fairly nicely, although the the allied team isn't doing too great. Although the allied team isn't actually doing that great, losing 2 kills to 5. It looks like they've got a pretty strong position. Although the enemy team has now started a base capture. You can see they're pushing quite far forward on the right-hand side. And at least holding their own on this left-hand side as well. Still Guns now not having any crap from this Tiger P. Realizes that the guy either, 1, doesn't know where to shoot him, or 2, probably can't penetrate him anyway. He just decides to have a couple of shots at him while he backs away. And then turns his attention to the capture circle. Has a shot in there now to reset that one. This T-29 is still somehow pushing all the way down this left-hand flank. And last time we saw him, he had 250 health. He still has 250 health. So somehow he's just survived. Right up until I started mentioning it. And then the Hummel took him out. Now he's got to decide what to do. The Allies looking a little beleaguered on the right-hand side now. Does find a Stug 3. Didn't shoot at him straight away. Did take that shot, but that one missed. And it would have missed regardless of whether the Stug stopped or not. Now he's going to push on and try and get this Tiger P. Allies not in a great position at all. Losing this one 11 kills to 5. They have a low health Cromwell on their side. A mid health KV3. But it looks like a sneaky E25 has appeared from the rear and started shooting that KV3. I'm surprised it didn't do more damage. In fact, well, KV3 might have been full health when he started opening fire, so if he was, then that was a nice 500 points of damage he did to him. Still Gun's going to decide that rescuing the KV3 is the best course of action to maybe try and help them win this game. KV-3 is still quite a decent tank, got a lot of armor and a decent hit point pool, so if you can preserve this guy's health, at least it's going to give something else for the enemy team to fire at. Although it looks like this E25 is doing the smartest thing and using his speed, agility and maneuverability to just reposition himself. Although he's going to run smack into Still Guns. Either he's got a very good repair skill or he's used that repair kit there and then uses his reversing to get the hell out of there. Still Guns trying not to let him get away. There's only 3 of them left on the team. That's the KV-3 himself and there's Cromwell up in the north. The Cromwell has now fallen. He didn't have very many health to start with. Finds an AMX-12T and removes him from the game. It looks like this E25 has made a decent getaway, but he's lying in wait to fire at Still Guns. Still Guns decides to switch his attention across to the A43 in the background. Just misses that shot, so he's going to have to advance forward as he doesn't want to be taking fire from too many people at once. Just one is enough, and he's decided that it's going to be the E25. It's a great shot onto him. If he can get the ram, this is going to be a lot of extra damage, although it looks like the E25 was backing off at the same time. Maybe it doesn't count on the reload speed of the Tiger P. Still Guns is able to get his gun reloaded and take him out, but he's got tanks closing in from both sides. I think the 3002M just overcooked that one just a little bit. And he gets taken out. The KV-1 now has a shot, but he's going to get removed as well. And that leaves the VK-3001. He does have a decent gun, but it may not be enough to be able to penetrate the armor of Still Guns. Looks like the 3001 is not... I'm not really sure where he's looking or what he's doing. Maybe he's just coming here to have a little cuddle. But he's certainly not come here to fight. And you can see that he gets taken out as well. And that's kill number 7 now for Still Guns. Things really hotting up at the end there. But they are by no means out of the woods just yet. I'm not really sure what that KV-3 is even doing. He may be AFK because it seems that he's gotten beside that house and then just stopped. And he's doing nothing else. Enemy team going for a base capture. There are 4 tanks left on the enemy team. And this one always really annoys me. When you've got 1 tank left on your team, but they're either blatantly AFK or absolutely worse than having a player that's AFK. And it kind of just denies you a Kolobanov's medal. As if the KV-3 wasn't here. No, it looks like he's not AFK. He's just an idiot. As he says F you in the chat when people tell him to move. Gets a great hit on the A43 there, but he can't really afford to take any damage here, as he only has 81 hit points, but luckily he does have very, very strong armor. I'm not sure if a Cromwell is going to be able to damage him. Does take some tracking damage, but he's going to be able to easily get a shot back on this Cromwell. I don't think the Cromwell realized how quick that the Tiger P can fire, and he got eliminated, and that just leaves the enemy Tiger P and this artillery piece. Enemy Tiger P, when we last saw him, only had 148 hit points. And there he is across the way there. Still Guns going to aim in. Got to get this shot, but it looks like he just screwed the pooch on that one just a little bit. Artillery shell comes raining in. He's just going to advance forward. Let this Tiger P come around the corner, and then hopefully he can take him out. And if he can, this will be a Pools medal well deserved. And that just leaves the enemy artillery of this Crusader SP. Still, the KV-3 refusing to move for no reason whatsoever. KV-3 raging in chat, even though people are just saying, please help. Not really sure what's going through his mind. People have said he's got track and engine damage. But, well, we shall never know what goes through the minds of some of these players. We shall never know. So, waiting for the artillery to show himself. He's having blind shots now, but to be honest, if we slow the speed down just a little bit, he's wasting his time with blind shots here. But as you can see, there's still a minute on the clock, and the Crusader SP, I'm pretty sure, is that tank that goes at a decent speed when traveling backwards. So he should be able to get into the cap circle, hopefully. I mean, what I would do if I was that artillery, even if I didn't want to take him on head-on, is just sit across the way there in the cap circle and contest this one just to make Still Guns come forward to try and take him out. But it looks like he's going to be content just to wait this one out. Artie definitely not AFK, as he has been putting in blind shots into the area. There is another blind shot. Might have done that one on the move, because I can't imagine that anybody would be sat there still firing blind on the cap circle. Actually, after looking at the behavior of this KV3, then I can more than imagine somebody sitting there perfectly still, blindly firing on the cap circle. And that is GG and the victory. So amazing game played there by Still Guns and his Tiger P, picking himself up a load of damage, 10 kills, and a well-deserved victory. So thank you very much for sending that replay in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, send that into replay@screenreality.com. Link for that's in the description on the screen right about now. I have been Maxwell. It's been a World of Tanks replay, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah.